Hi there, it's Irish Wilk. Saturday morning, getting ready to make some breakfast, but I ran out of eggs, so I stopped at Fry's. Kroger. What is the other one? Alpha Beta? No, I don't think we have that anymore. Ralph's? Whatever. Kroger. It's Fry's and Kroger. It's the weather's been really, we're getting our monsoon now. I'm not sure where the camera is. I think I'm looking at it now. We're getting our monsoon. It was, okay, so I also want to share my drive yesterday. I had to go out to Gold Canyon / Florence, Queen Creek area. And I had to turn around because I ended up in a flash flood zone at about 6 p.m. I was meeting some friends out there, and they understood when I couldn't make it for the potluck. There was a potluck meeting, but it was really scary. I was not in any danger, but I had that niggling feeling that things were not quite right. And I was driving down on the 60 East. I looked over the mountains, no, those aren't the Superstition Mountains. It's Gold Canyon, and there are mountains over there, and there were rainbows, and it was pretty, but the lightning and the thunder and the phone kept going off saying that I was in a life-threatening area with possible flash floods and not to travel unless in extreme emergency. So I decided at that point to turn around. Well, actually, I drove a little further, and when the road flooded, and you should have seen on either side of the road, the water was rising. Not that high, not alarmingly, but I was like, oh, there's like, you know, it's developing into like a look of a pond on either side of the road. And the rain started up again, and the thunder and the lightning. You could see the lightning in the sky, and I'm like, yeah, I know that I'm excited about rain all the time. I lived in California for over 25 years where it never hardly rains, and so it's exciting when it rains. This was not exciting. So I turned around and came back home. I was already an hour away from home at that point, but I was in Mesa all day at a retreat. So I figured, I could just drive the rest of the way to visit my friends, and it turned out not to be the best idea. So I turned around and I came home, and it was such a sinister feeling when you're out there and you're like, because I've like watched like the Weather Channel where people are out and they have to be rescued because their cars are stuck in the water, and they're idiots. So I was like, I don't want to be an idiot. So I'm going to do the smart thing and turn around and come home. So I did that. And just, out here in Arizona, you really have to be careful when it's raining, because literally, I mean, I've been in another situation over by home where it is just minutes and the water is rising depending on where you're at. So that was my excitement for Friday. I had the day off yesterday, and it was a good day for the most part, but the end of it was kind of scary. I would call it treacherous weather conditions. But being the great driver that I am, yeah, I made it through. So I thought I'd mention that before I show you what I got at Fry's. I need eggs, and I don't buy anything but organic or the Simple Truth. And they have it's called Outstanding Animal Welfare. Next level cage-free eggs, free roaming hens, and natural daylight-filled barns with outdoor access. So I liked that it was $4.99, $5, which is, I guess we have to just know that we're not really ever going to go down for at least a healthier egg to anything unless there's a sale. So I got these eggs, and they're white eggs with little happy hearts on them. Oops, there. Now I know where the camera is. Okay, Kipster. What makes our eggs different? Our eggs come from farms that create energy through solar power, so we need less fossil fuel to run the farm. Raise chickens that lay white eggs, which are more sustainable with a lower carbon footprint than brown eggs. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Use upcycled feed. We eat safe, nutritious byproducts and leftovers from food processors. This reduces the carbon footprint of our eggs. I don't know if that's good or bad. That kind of sounds like processors, processed foods. Anyway, so I wanted to try these out. Usually when they're more on the organic side, they taste a lot better. Then I got some Sloppy Joe mix just to have in my pantry for hamburgers, 59 cents. You don't get a lot for, I mean, you don't, those kind of things are usually, that's the Kroger brand. It's usually about $1. I'm going to put this somewhere safe. We don't want to break these eggs. They're priceless. Okay, and then I got some blue cheese dressing, which is $1.49, Kroger brand. The blue cheese, if you like blue cheese, they do a good blue cheese flavor. It does have a good flavor. And then this hearty beef stew cooking sauce made with beef bone broth, wine, and portobello mushrooms. Of course, the wine is not, active. So there's 5 grams of carb and there's no sugar in here. 1 gram of sugar. So I just thought I would use this either for, sorry for the red face, I just got back from the gym. Like a flavoring for the cats sometimes when they want, I don't know, I do spoil them with the wet cat food that I get. And sometimes when I make meat, I give them meat. And it helps when there's a nice little sauce in there. They love that. So for me and the cats. Then I could not resist this bread. It was only $2.99. And look at how much bread you get. And it's non-GMO. It was $2.99. The brand is the Rustic, RUSTIK oven cracked wheat sourdough bread. And yeah, there's carbs in here, but I usually just have one. There's 24 minus 2, 22 carbs. There's no sugar in here. There's 4 grams of protein from something somewhere. And it's really, I'm looking forward to having that, maybe have an egg sandwich when I get home. So I got a couple, just one loaf. I don't eat bread a lot. I might have a piece of that or half a piece of that a day if I'm doing well. I am a low carb, no sugar girl, but I work out a lot, and I've decided to kind of change my diet to just kind of watch my calories and stick to that low carb, no sugar. But I'm going to add fruit. They had strawberries, organic strawberries, and this is a really good price. I think it was like $2.99. So I'm going to have that with whipped cream, my favorite. California Giant Berry Farms. So if you've got a Kroger brand grocery store near you, head on over there and get yourself some strawberries because that's really a good deal. Yeah, it was $2.99. Also, did I tell you about the grapefruit? I got a ruby red for $2. And this is a big one. That's always good for your diet. Grapefruits are really good. They kind of satisfy and curb my appetite anyway. And then they've got a sale on cucumbers, which I'm using for snacks. I love cucumbers with a little, maybe a little dressing, like that blue cheese dressing. And then what else? There's the bread. I have a little bit more here. Oh, of course, I cannot go without getting whipped cream. Now, I do not like this whipped cream as much as my Ready Whip, zero carb, zero sugar. But Kroger has, for $1.29, this whipped topping, zero sugar. Not totally healthy, whatever, but you don't eat a whole bunch unless you're me. So, really good deal. It'll go well with the strawberries. And then, now this I shouldn't have a lot of, but I'm starting to really like it. I had Orville brand, but I got this for like $5, I don't know, what was it? And this is the Simple Truth, which is kind of a better quality. Kernel season oil. I got some oil I'll show you for $4.99. Purple kernels, $5.99. There's a lot in here, and they last a long time. That's my snack now, is I have some of that with, and this might not be the best. I try and use it sparingly. I used to use butter, but I saw this and I tried it. I bought this is a different brand. This was $5.99 movie theater butter flavored oil blend. It's got 8 grams of fat, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 protein. It's not probably good for you, but you know, just everything in moderation, and you can live to be 101 like my grandma. Grandma. And that's what I got. So just a quick video. I don't do a lot. I'm developing, and I have another channel, but it's more based on religion, and I'm Catholic, and I'm doing prayers and different things like that, life experiences, etc. If you're interested, let me know. But that's it for this haul, and I do have Temu coming, just some small little short little Temu hauls. I had a big credit. I ordered some stuff. It's on the way, and Temu's okay to order now. Be careful of what you order. You want to make sure you're getting good quality and not be surprised. Sometimes their materials they're cotton. They're not really cotton, so I don't really like the clothes too much unless you can really determine that you're getting a more natural fiber. And they do have some good prices for the natural cotton fibers. So Temu's not too bad every once in a while, not all the time. So that's it. Hopefully we'll have a nice day. The weather's it's like 72 degrees right now, and it's the fall. We're almost to October, Halloween month. I'll be decorating this weekend, I think, and pulling weeds this afternoon because the ground is really wet, and I got some weeds to pull, and my little weed cutter thing, I don't know, it's kind of wet out still. But that's it. Love and hugs. See you soon. Maybe. I hope. Bye.